I'm Charlie Platt. Welcome again to an action-packed hour of Southeastern Championship Wrestling. In the next hour, you'll be seeing the Candyman Ray Candy in action, Condrey and Rose, and for the first time in quite some time here in the Southeastern Wrestling area, the Toast of the Coast, Michael Freebird Hayes, will be in action on today's program. Right now, I'd like to introduce a gentleman who has come a long way in professional wrestling, a long way in one night in particular. Tommy Wright, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion. You won a one-night round-robin tournament, and what you're holding, Tommy, is the newly sanctioned belt, and it was made by the National Wrestling Alliance to be held by the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, and you are that champion.
Yes, first of all, Charlie, I want to say a special thanks for all these people for standing behind me and helping me win this junior belt. And I know a lot of great wrestlers have held this belt in the past, but this is a new junior heavyweight championship belt, and this will be the first time it'll be worn. And I hope and I know I can defend this belt and keep this belt for any and all challengers under 225, and as long as these people stand behind me.
Best of luck to you. Tommy Wright, the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion, and as we said just a moment ago, interesting personality profile with Ron Fuller and others. A lot of action coming away in the next hour. You stay with us. Let's go into the ring right now, and our first match is about to get underway. Introducing, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, at 320 pounds from Atlanta, Georgia, the Alabama State Heavyweight Champion, the Candyman, Ray Candy. His opponent at 250 from Nashville, Tennessee, Bob Owens. And Bruce Fortson, your ring official, our first match of the day about to get underway. The Candyman, Ray Candy, holder of the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship. Bell sounds, we're ready for action. Collar and elbow over in the ropes, and we have a clean break. Coming up today, you'll be seeing a lot of action. Olympia will be out. We'll be talking with him in just a few minutes about some very important things taking place in his career as a professional wrestler. He is a Southeastern Heavyweight Champion and has been successfully defending that title. $15,000 bounty on Ron Fuller is still intact. Jimmy Golden holding that $15,000 for any man who can put Ron Fuller out of professional wrestling. And so far, there have been a lot of great athletes coming in going for that bounty, but thus far no one has made the collection of the $15,000, and we'll be talking to Ron about that a little later on in today's program. In the ring, Ray Candy against Bob Owens. Owens with the fist, and again Owens breaking his way out. Candy over in that turnbuckle, side headlock by Owens. Owens taking those shortcut tactics, trying to wrap Candy up quickly, going to the man, whatever it takes to put the big man from Atlanta, Georgia down, and he has his work cut out for him. Clamps down tight with that side headlock. There you see Owens again, shortcut tactic, pulling the hair. For the pin, Owens going to that bottom rope and up and under that bottom rope. Break is called for Owens quickly before Candy has a chance to get back to his feet. Going in, chopping away. Now the Candyman comes to life. Snapmare takedown. And that chin lock. Capacity crowd here at our television studio today, and certainly glad to have all of them and all of you joining us by means of television. Southeastern Championship Wrestling, spanning an area from the Ohio Valley to the Gulf Coast. Back body drop by Ray Candy for the pin, 2 count. We see Rose and Condrey in action later today. Rose and Condrey, of course, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, advised now by Tommy Weathers. And Bob Armstrong has a lot to settle with those three. We'll be talking to Bob a little later in today's program. With the arm bar, it's the Candyman clamping down, applying that pressure to Owens. And again, Bob Owens working over Ray Candy. Candy in the rope, catches that knee coming off. Owens putting that knee to the side of the head. And again, Owens, 1 count. Owens now receiving some of what he was dishing out to the Candyman. The big man from Atlanta, Georgia, the Alabama State heavyweight champion, Ray Candy, crashing down on that left leg of Bob Owens. With the toe hold, applying that pressure. Ray Candy again crashing down. Owens raking across the eyes of the Candyman. The Candyman, series of rights, and again catches Owens hard coming off of that rope. And there's that headbutt. It's over. The match is over, and your winner from Atlanta, Georgia, the Alabama State heavyweight champion, the Candyman, Ray Candy. A lot of things happening here in the Southeastern wrestling area. Certainly glad that you have joined us for this edition. Congratulations again to Ray Candy on that big win over Bob Owens, our first match of the day. A lot of action to come. The Southeastern Tag Champions, Condrey and Rose, will be in action. Michael Freebird Hayes makes his appearance here at Southeastern Wrestling in just a few moments. Coming out to join me now, the Junkyard Dog, Norvell Austin, now teaming up, so to speak, with Jimmy Golden. And you have had some recent run-ins with a man who just had a big win here on television, the Candyman, Ray Candy.
Exactly right. I done had some run-ins with him, and it ain't going to be all over till I beat that man 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to do it somewhere along the line. I guarantee you that.
Let's take a look at some videotape right now, Norvell. You in action against the big man from Atlanta, Georgia.
That's right. He is a big man. Exactly too big. He needs to lose some weight for one thing. He needs to get in the gym and start working out. And as you'll see on here, this man ain't capable of beating the dog. I can't be beat.
Good forearm connection right there.
Exactly, illegal blow. See, he go outside the rule book. See, another illegal blow, man. He's supposed to be punching in the ring. The name of the game is wrestling.
You're saying Norvell Austin never breaks any rules at all in professional wrestling?
I'm saying this. I don't break no rules until somebody else make me break the rules. See, like he's breaking the rules, I'm going to have to cut loose in a minute on you. You understand me?
Could it be that before we picked up this tape that Norvell Austin was causing some problems in that respect for Ray Candy? Now here's Candy, good back body drop.
Well, I can't say it was a good move in his part. It's a mistake on my part. The only way he can look good in that ring is by me making a mistake, and I made a bad mistake right there. But I ain't going to make too many mistakes here, Daddy. You just watch. I've beat many a man with that. Look at 300 pounds. Put him down, Daddy.
Only for a 2 count. Only for a 2 count. The Candyman comes back. Well-executed move by you, and I've seen you beat a lot of men, as you said, Norvell, with that move. But the Candyman, it seems not quite effective. There's a headbutt that
I'm telling you, he must have had something in his hands when I headbutted him. He had his hands up around his head. I think he had an object up there, and I hit my head on that. But I know my head is harder than his, Daddy.
You think you... Okay.
Ain't no way he can beat me with a headbutt. It's been proven that I beat up many men with my head, Daddy. How many men has he beaten with his head?
I would say one just a moment ago. I know of one that in the last 10 minutes.
Well, I didn't see the match. I don't know what happened in there. Now, see, the referee's supposed to raise my hand, right? That should have been my
Both
match,
men
and he's
out.
knocking the belt away from me. What do you call that?
Both men out for the 10 count on the floor, so the belt definitely would not change hands in that situation.
I said one time, and I'm going to say it again. Anywhere, Ray Candy, that we meet, I'm going to beat you with my head, Daddy. No headbutt stipulations to win some matches. Well, when we have that match, Daddy, you better look out, because my head is number one, and this head is going to be your downfall. You got that, Daddy?
Should be interesting to see the comments of the Junkyard Dog, Norvell Austin, and we'll return with more of Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment. The Bountiful Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama, Monday night, July 27th, with a summer special. 7 big events in all. $15,000 bounty match. Ron Fuller takes on Michael Freebird Hayes, managed by Jimmy Golden. Southeastern title match. Mr. Olympia takes on the Assassin. And a coal miners pole match. It will be Ken Lucas against Ron Bass. For the Southeastern tag team titles, no disqualification. Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, advised by Tommy Weathers, take on Bob Armstrong and his mystery partner. For the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship, to be won by a headbutt only, Ray Candy takes on Norvell Austin. U.S. Junior Heavyweight Championship. Tommy Wright defends against Mike Hendricks, plus Jimmy Golden takes on Roy Welch. 7 big events in all. Wrestling returning to Bountiful Auditorium Monday night, July 27th at 8:30 p.m. A special stipulation match. Ray Candy defends the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship on the 27th. The match to be won by the headbutt only. Mr. Olympia will go after will defend his Southeastern title against the Assassin. And we have some comments from Norvell Austin.
I got something to say, and I'm going to make it short and sweet. Jerry Stubbs, Mr. Olympia. The Assassin told me that it ain't enough room around here for 2 masked men. He said he going to take that mask off of your head, and when he take that mask off of your head, he going to go on and take your title. And speaking of titles, when that's all over, Ray Candy, I'm coming at your title. And I can only win by headbutt. And this head is the hardest head in pro wrestling, so get ready. Boutwell Auditorium.
Ray?
Let me say one thing for you, Norvell Austin. You got a lot of mouth. The only way you're going to take this title is to put me down with that headbutt. And I don't think you're man enough to do it. Not taking nothing away from you. I think you're a tough professional wrestler. But I don't think you're tough enough to beat me. I got a lot of people behind me, kids and everything, depending on me to keep this title, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So some heads might split, brother.
Should be interesting to see on the 27th special stipulation Alabama State Heavyweight Championship as Ray Candy goes against Norvell Austin, and the special stipulation, the match must be won by the headbutt. And Mr. Olympia, you'll be putting that very prestigious Southeastern Heavyweight Championship on the line against another masked man, the Assassin.
That's right. It's pretty, isn't it, Charlie? Let me tell you something. The Assassin is world known. He goes from place to place, different territories, and he always says there's never room enough for 2 masked men. Well, let me tell you something, Assassin. You done come to the wrong place, because I like this mask, and I plan on wearing this mask as long as I want to, not as long as you want me to. So you bring yourself on to Boutwell, and you try to take this mask off if I don't take yours off first. And this is probably as close as you'll ever get to this title.
Monday night on the 27th, you'll also see that $15,000 bounty match. Michael Freebird Hayes comes to Bountiful Auditorium to take on the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. And in a no disqualification Southeastern tag title match, Condrey and Rose defend against Bob Armstrong and his mystery partner. The 27th in Bountiful. With the summer season of professional wrestling now in full swing, a lot of action taking place throughout the arenas and in your hometown, Andalusia, Alabama, Monday night. Action coming up in Andalusia, the Farm Pavilion at 8:30. And on Friday night, they'll be wrestling in Georgiana, Alabama, the South Butler Academy Football Stadium. In the event of rain, the matches will be moved into the high school gym. That's at 8:30 on Friday night in Georgiana. For a moment, I'd like to talk to the Southeastern Tag Team Champions and their advisor, Tommy Weathers, and about this whole issue that is definitely shaking the wrestling world, gentlemen, with your affiliation with Tommy Weathers.
You know, Charlie Platt, you said it right. We have shaken up the wrestling world, and we have shaken up everybody in it, including Bob Armstrong, because he's shaken up more than anything. I want you to look at this back here. Pan in on this, pull the camera in on this. Look at this man. He has never been in high style like he is now. Look at this, baby. Have you ever, in your mind, heard of a referee being our personal advisor and our overseer? Now, he's in high style, baby. We got him in high style. What do you got to say about that?
I have a few more questions about how long this affiliation with Tommy Weathers has been going on. That's the main question.
That don't really matter to you. Just that it's going on is the fact. And it's going on because of us and because of him.
Maybe you have some comments on this whole affiliation with the tag champions.
Well, I just don't like what Bob Armstrong going around calling me a weasel. I'm not a weasel. He says, Sir Tommy to me.
You address your questions from
Certainly questionable reasons for you
This man,
to
as long as Bob Armstrong breathes, or anybody out there in the audience, this is not a weasel. This is our advisor, baby. And he's going to be our advisor as long as we're champions, as long as we're here.
Southeastern Tag Champions Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey. With a 10-minute time limit, introducing from parts unknown, the Raider. His opponent at 235 from Pensacola, Florida, the Southeastern heavyweight champion, Mr. Olympia. Unfold 10-minute time limit. Raider taking on Mr. Olympia, Southeastern heavyweight champion. Bell sounds, we're ready for action. Collar and elbow, center of the ring, quick arm drag takedown by Mr. Olympia. Olympia coming on strong, Southeastern heavyweight champion. Former U.S. junior heavyweight champion, putting on some 14 pounds, now in that heavyweight category. And excels to the top because he's the Southeastern heavyweight champion, as you can see. Raider going for those head scissors quickly. Olympia moves out. For the pin. 2 count. And the Raider powers out. Collar and elbow, side headlock. Down for the pin again, 2 count. And the Raider moves out of that. 2 count again. Still to come, tag action. Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose. Michael Freebird Hayes. Our television main event today. Slam by Mr. Olympia, front chancery. Now it's the Raider putting that foot outside of the ropes. And we have a break. Collar and elbow again. Olympia now catching a series of elbows and fists from behind. Now it's the Raider unloading on Mr. Olympia. Throws this man into that turnbuckle. Comes in. Drops that elbow again. Front chancery going for... Appeared to be going for that mask. Takes his man in, up, and there's that power slam he's known so well for. 1, 2, 3, it's over, your winner. The Southeastern heavyweight champion, Mr. Olympia. Your winner of the match. And as we were saying, we could just for a moment get Mr. Olympia to come down and join us. We have some few things we'd like to talk to him about. Southeastern heavyweight champion, congratulations on the win. We have some videotape I'd like to show right now. It's you in action against a fellow that's causing still quite a bit of problems for not only you, but many other people.
That's right, Charlie. Let me catch my breath just a minute. But right here, Jimmy Golden's always running his mouth about interference. Interference. Well, I'm going to show you something right here. He had something planned. I don't think the man knew if he could beat me or not. So he had something. He had artillery in the back. Right here, I just caught one of the hardest heads that ever hit me. And that was Norvell Austin. And let me tell you something. Right here, Jimmy Golden thought he had me. Well, he ain't got me. A lot of people's had me in that position, but they didn't beat me. And what I think, you know, what goes around, Charlie, comes around. In just a few minutes, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Right now, I'm still dazed from that headbutt of Norvell Austin. Right here, he's trying to pile drive me. but I got strong legs enough to keep me on the mat. And it didn't work, Jimmy Golden. Just a few minutes, you're going to see what I mean. What goes around comes around. Right here, I call a low shot from Jimmy Golden, which he knew. Now he's using anything he can, anything he possibly can to try to beat me.
Which that is
and Jimmy Golden, it didn't work.
That's pretty much par for the course for that man.
Well, that's true. Anybody to put money out to hurt somebody, that's par for the course. You're right, Charlie. Right now, he's got me dazed because I'm still dazed from that headbutt of Norvell Austin. Well, right here, you see Ron Fuller coming into the picture. Well, yeah, sure, he grabbed Jimmy Golden's foot, but like I said, what goes around comes around. And Jimmy Golden, I still wear the Southeastern belt. It's not around your waist, it's around my waist.
And there you see the action taking place, and the winner of the match, and still the Southeastern heavyweight champion, Mr. Olympia. Thank you for joining us. A lot coming up in today's program, tag action, plus Michael Freebird Hayes in our television main event. You stay with us.
Hobby, an unusual outside business interest, a controversial match decision, or a wrestling issue important to fans. If it's news and involves a wrestler within our reach, you'll see it here on Southeastern Championship Wrestling Personality Profile.
Because of the summer spectaculars and the summer season of pro wrestling now in full swing, we have a special profile today for you. We'll be discussing two very important issues taking place in the Southeastern wrestling area right now. Ron Fuller's with me. Ron, another week has gone by, and Jimmy Golden still has $15,000 to the man that can put you in the hospital, put you out of pro wrestling, and so far the man has not been successful.
That's right, and I'd like to say that I'm particularly happy about this next man that he has coming in to try to collect these bounties, Michael Hayes. My brother spent some time this past winter in the Georgia area, and a lot of people know that he did win a car. My brother won a car in the Southeastern area, and he lost his car to the Freebirds in Georgia, and they drove his car around for 5 or 6 weeks. He was finally able to win it back, but they ruined it in the process, tore his car completely up in the process. So he was very unhappy about that, and he had a lot of problems with these guys. I've seen these guys, and especially Michael Hayes, the spokesman, the mouthpiece, the guy that does all the talking. Well, I've been very impressed with your mouth, Michael Hayes, but I have not been impressed with what I've seen you do in the ring. And you may stand and talk all day long, but you're not going to win any bounty. You're not going to put me in the hospital talking me there. You're going to have to wrestle me or beat me there. And I don't think there's a man alive that can do it, Charlie Platt. And I certainly don't think that Michael Hayes, spokesman of the Freebirds, is going to be able to get the job done. But I like to say, Jimmy Golden, that I'm happy with your choice. Just keep bringing them on. And this one I'm going to really enjoy taking care of.
Tennessee stud Ron Fuller and the man he'll be facing in this special bounty situation put up by Jimmy Golden, Michael Freebird Hayes.
That's right, and there is a man that can get the job done, and I'm going to tell you something. He can do his own talking. He can do his own butt stomping. He can do his own thinking. He's a genius like me, and that's the one and only, the captain, the fabulous Michael Hayes of the Freebirds, and brother, he's going to do it. Not the captain, the original, the only, the man that started Fantasia down on Pensacola Beach when I was a little boy about 5 years old, has come to Southeastern wrestling. The fabulous Freebird, 240 pounds of twisted steel and 6 old peel, mama. The hot child of the city. I do run wild, and daddy, I do look pretty. And though the hair may be pretty, the face may be beautiful, the outfit may be lavish, the heart is nasty. And the heart has one thing in mind. I had to cancel a lot of places to come here. I had to cancel a lot of money. I probably got lawsuits now. But one man ran his mouth and said he may have did it to my brother, but he ain't gonna do it to me. Well, that's the wrong thing to say to me, baby, because Daddy has come home. And Daddy has come home to do one thing, that's pick up $15,000 and kick you all over this place, Ron Fuller. Would you still remember?
The next part of our personality profile concerns Ken Lucas and Ron Bass. And Ken, you and Ron have had this ongoing feud for several weeks now. You have faced him in a lot of different types of matches, but nothing has been settled thus far.
Well, you know, Ron's a big man. He's 6'4" and weighs 320 pounds, and he's tough. I've got to give him credit for that. I don't sell nobody short in this profession. But you see right here, Charlie, I took this glove off of him a week or so ago in a bull rope match, and I'd like to show the people how this glove works. You know, guys like Armstrong got hit with a hard punch. Myself, I got hit and got my breath knocked out of me. He's hurt guys with this thing. Well, you see this glove here? It's wonderful, isn't it? But what people don't realize, you see what I've got right here? I'm pulled a piece of steel right out of this glove. That is what's doing the damage. Now, I'm not the type of man that's going to put this on. I can be, but I don't want to be, to put this glove on and hurt somebody. But now I'm going to climb up this 30-foot pole, and I got it in my mind to do that, Charlie. I'm going to climb up this pole, and this glove is going to be right on top of that pole. It's going to be taped down right on top of that pole, and I'm going to tell you something. Bass is 6'4" and weighs 320 pounds, and it's going to be awful hard for a man that big to get up that pole. I'm 228, and I'm 5'10", and I'll tell you one thing, I've got part monkey me because I'm going to go up that pole and I'm going to get that glove. And when I do, and I come back down to the bottom, I'll guarantee you one thing, Mr. Bass, and this is not a threat, this is only the truth. I'm coming right at you, and if I get this glove for all the guys that you've hurt, and you've made them and put them out of action and everything, you're right down in Lucas country, baby, and I'll guarantee you I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to work you over like you've never been worked over before, and that's a dead threat promise, and you remember that, Bass.
Very interesting stipulation, coal miner pole match, and Ron Bass has some comments.
You know, Ken Lucas pretty well gets what he wants when he goes for people to promotion or whoever says, I want a particular thing. They said, okay, Kenny, you can have it. In this instance, the man stole my glove away from me, and he wants to have a match with me. What he wants to do is put it on top of a big 30-foot pole and says whoever can get up there can use it. Well, that's fine, Ken Lucas. You go ahead and put it up there, but I want you to think about something. It's going to take a lot of energy to climb that pole, son. You're going to be hot. You're going to be sweaty. You're going to be sliding, my friend, because I'm going to see to it that you put out every little ounce of energy you got in that body. And then the big outlaw's going to take his slow, sweet time. He's going to shimmy right up that pole. He's going to get his glove. Hey, and if I get just a little tired, I might just make a horseshoe out of that pole and put it around your neck, Ken Lucas. You look out, I'm coming.
Interesting concept. The man to climb to the top of the pole first to get the glove can use it in any way he sees fit. And another interesting concept is that a lot of men have tried. No one has collected the $15,000 bounty that Jimmy Golden has on Ron Fuller. And that's our personality profile for today. Thank you for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, this event scheduled for our tag action. Tommy Wright has informed us that his partner was unable to be here, and he will take on either one of you in a single match.
This is a tag match, Charlie Platt, and we're tag champions. We don't go one-on-one.
I'll be his partner. Okay, go. We have a partner for Tommy Wright. Introducing the combination. Tag match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. The U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion and the Southeastern Champion, Tommy Wright and Mr. Olympia. Wright and Olympia, their opponents. The Southeastern Tag Team Champions, Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey. Accompanied ringside by their advisor, Tommy Weathers. Mr. Olympia coming out, willing to be the partner of Tommy Wright. Tommy Wright's partner in today's match was unable to be here. So Olympia comes out and teams up with Tommy Wright, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. And there you see Condrey coming in, snapmare takedown. Wright quickly back to his feet, ready for action. Now it's Condrey being thrown into that turnbuckle. Condrey and Rose, the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. Of course, now advised by Tommy Weathers, as you see over in the corner. Rose takes Wright in, catches him hard right in the head coming off of those ropes. One count, and the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion powers out. Olympia reaching for that tag. A little too much distance between the two men. And there you see the Southeastern Tag Champions tagging in and out very effectively against Tommy Wright. Arm twist and a reversal by Wright. There you see Condrey, what appeared clearly pulling the hair for the takedown. Condrey locking up that left arm. Tag is made with Olympia. And Olympia comes in, hard right to the head, to the midsection. Good forearm. Olympia takes Dennis Condrey coming in, off the ropes. Olympia with the atomic drop on one half of the Southeastern Tag Champions. Side headlock. And again. Beautiful. Suplex. Side suplex by Condrey. Rose is in. Mr. Olympia now taking Rose into that turnbuckle. And Rose. Beautiful move. Catching his man coming off. 2 count. But Olympia powers out. Chinlock by Randy Rose. No love lost between these two. Referring to Rose and Olympia. They've had their problems up and down the road several times. Of course, on our minds now, still the situation with Brad Armstrong. The injury. Now, there you see. That's the way they win a lot of matches, distracting the referee. Olympia takes Condrey in the ropes. Good elbow coming off of those ropes. Tommy Wright now opens up on Dennis Condrey. Condrey catching Wright with that boot coming off the rope. Now Rose up on the second rope, crashing down. Back body drop. 2. And Tommy Wright powers out. Still to come, our television main event. Michael Freebird Hayes will be in action today against Roy Welch on Southeastern Championship Wrestling. 2 count. And once again, the U.S. Junior Heavyweight Champion powers out. Rose now in. Continues. Pouring that punishment out. Tag is made with Mr. Olympia. Olympia now in, right, and catches Condrey as he comes in the ring. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. All 4 men in the ring at the same time. Ring official Bruce Fortson having his problems keeping this match in order. Now Condrey going for something. Condrey going for something in that knee pad. But it's Armstrong. Bob Armstrong coming in the ring. Bob Armstrong going after Dennis Condrey. The Wrestling Pro getting in on the action. The ring fills up and it clears very quickly. Condrey had some object in his hand. I don't know what it was, but he was about to use that. Bob Armstrong comes in to prevent that from happening. And on a disqualification, the winners of the match will be the Southeastern Tag Champions, Randy Rose and Dennis Condrey, on the disqualification. Ladies and gentlemen, this television main event, 1 fall time remaining. Introducing at 224 pounds from the state of Oklahoma, Roy Welch. Roy Welch. His opponent at 230 pounds, the toast of the coast, Michael Freebird Hayes.